thought I'd quite like to have the opportunity to share a few things with the congregation. Firstly, thanks for being here. Thanks for your prayers. They are hugely appreciated. And as I think you'll gather by the end, they have made quite a significant difference. Health-wise, it's been a very interesting experience, to say the least. Moving from going in for an operation that seemed to be relatively nondescript on the 12th of August to being told immediately after that that there was cancer with secondaries in it, and no, they hadn't taken it out. Then coming out very quickly, amazing the speed with which the recovery took place. Amazing, you could see the people in the hospital were being affected by the response to the cancer. Because my response, I'm fairly level anyway, but this was ridiculous. You're getting told by the consultant, you have cancer, you have secondaries, no, they haven't taken it out, no, it is not operative, no, it is not curable, and the reactions like that. If that isn't something to do with the prayers of God's people, I don't know what is. It was quite an extraordinary experience, and actually that has been the characteristic right the way through. Yes, taking on board, yes, wrestling with, dealing with the situations, thinking through the ramifications really quite fast. But actually that underlying peace there all the time. And that has been amazing. It hasn't had to be worked at. It's not a matter of reminding of scriptures, if you want, and things like that. It's just a matter, it's been there as a sort of base rock, if you want, on which everything's working. And of course that's been apparent to those around, which has been interesting because it starts to create evangelistic opportunities, because the people around are sort of thinking, what's going on here? So one person is now, I think, linked across to C7, which seemed the appropriate one to link him to. One is coming along now, I think, hopefully to an Alpha course here. Another one has come back to the Lord from having become a Christian through big issues, selling a Musselburgh and some brethren that really nurtured him, but then moved away and he's got my Bible now, so he's, and is clearly, if you want, set to come back to the Lord. Amazing opportunities. I am not an evangelist, but there's a testimony there that is being seen, and therefore it is bringing fruit. So, I just give praise to God for that. But, fairly shortly after that, I then went in for a second operation, because in effect, the gut was getting all blocked up and things like that. And they said, fine, you're going down this afternoon. Had second operation, came out of that, and they said, well, actually, the things we thought were blocking it up isn't what's blocking it up. The cancer has moved at a vast rate compared to anything we'd expected. That was the culprit. And therefore now we have redirected various bits of gut to link in different ways. And basically prognosis suddenly halved again, and fairly shortly afterwards halved again. So we were down somewhere to about 3 months to a year. I think we're now basically down to, we've done all the treatment we're going to do on you. We're not interested in doing any more scans, any more this, any more that. Off you go, count yourself a few weeks. By weeks, I don't know what's meant by that, but nevertheless. But all the way through there has been that peace, that underlying surety. And I suppose part of that comes, as I look back, I got a letter from somebody saying, you must be thinking, why TED? Why cancer? Why now? And I was thinking, I'm actually not thinking that. And part of it is I look back and I think, actually, the Lord's given me a right good deal, actually. Yeah, I'd like a few more years, let's be honest about it, that would be quite nice. I've had a thumping good marriage, had 2 kids that are grown up, seen them through, and actually now turning out to be pretty upstanding citizens, both of them now through to being Christians. David has given his heart to the Lord very definitely, and is getting baptized at the end of this month in Adelaide. And is clearly handling things remarkably well, I think, from a spiritual point of view. And so I give thanks to the Lord for that. He has given me faith from the age of 18 and the ability to walk in that. Not always as full-hearted as it should be, but nevertheless has given that. Has given a job I've really enjoyed, one that is in the service of the Lord and I believe is of a value. He's provided sufficient resources in which to serve him, sufficient gifts and abilities to do so, and health right the way through. Seems a pretty good package to me. yes, it would be nice if it went on, but if it stops now, well, okay, what's that next? Death, where is thy sting? I mean, where do we believe we're going to be next? Is it such a terrible place? I mean, get real. So where is the problem? I mean, in one sense, the problem obviously comes from those left behind. And that's a hard path to take. But from my point of view, and the other thing I forgot to mention that I should have, pain has been off the register. I don't mean off the register that way. I mean, it hasn't hit the register. Pain has not been a problem. Nausea has, pain has not. And I just give huge thanks to the Lord for that. And really I want to say thank you to everyone for your prayers. I still pray for the Lord's complete healing. I have no idea whether he will do it or not. That's his prerogative. I can go to all sorts of people, very great people with healing ministries that have died of cancer. I also have many examples of people that I know in all sorts of ways that have been healed, even at the very last moment. I believe that if there was a healing, that would be great glory to God. But if not, then there will be glory to God in other ways, and he knows what he wants to do. And actually, at the end of the day, I'm at peace either way. Yes, I want to be healed again. There's a lot more work I would like to do within ICC, within the church, and so on. But if the Lord doesn't choose that, then he will equip those in those places to be able to pick up the pieces and to take it on. He knew what was going to happen, etc. And so I'm relaxed. It hasn't been, it seems strange. It hasn't been a difficult ride. Well, in one sense it has physically. It's a bit strange to see yourself sort of becoming rather more incapable fairly fast. But it hasn't been the battle I would have expected. Nor is it a battle. It's just sort of, there's a process, there's a journey, and it's moving remarkably fast, which means we're having to adapt very fast to the different stages. And I do want to make sure, shall we say, I can get my affairs in order at least. But thank you for your prayers. They are appreciated. They have made a huge difference in many ways. And may the Lord richly bless you, whichever way this turns out. I appreciate my time I've had amongst you. I hope I will appreciate much more. I suspect, all things being equal, if the Lord does not heal, I suspect this is the last time I'll be in amongst the congregation. But I may be wrong on that. Unless the Lord sort of reboosts or whatever. So thanks, and may the Lord bless.